Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Engine House. In case you haven't noticed, it's Memorial Day weekend. I'm not wearing my locomotive cap today. I'm wearing my CB, Operation Iraqi Freedom. This is a very solemn Memorial Day weekend, as always. I do this every year. It's to remember those who did not come home. A lot of you will be out having picnics and whatnot, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it is a solemn day for those of us who have served in a war zone, to remember those past, all the way back, and those who we served with who did not come home. So that is why I'm wearing this. Now, this will be, I shot it a little early. This will be airing. By now, I should have had the presentation. It was due to the city manager asked me to move it to the 17th of March, May. Forgot what month it was, because they had not gotten in everything they needed to hook everything up. And they hadn't tested everything. Things had been delayed in arriving. So we moved it to the 17th. And I just ran into him the other day, and he said, I want to delay it on a little bit longer. And I asked him why. And he said, there's a group of model railroad enthusiasts that reached out, or he reached out to them, or they reached out to him. I don't remember how it happened. He's the city manager. He has a lot of contacts. They want to be able to see it. So originally, the video, the presentation I was doing was going to be broadcast here in town and in Fort Kent, which is a little more than an hour north of us, and probably a couple of towns in between. And now, the way he's got it set up, or is setting it up, it is going to be able to be broadcast statewide, so that anybody in the state can log in and watch the presentation live. Okay. I don't know if people from out of state will be able to without it. I'm going to be asking him. He is going in for hip replacement surgery. I'm going to try to get in touch base with him after he is out and recovering, getting around, to see if there's a link. I've got a couple of people outside the state that would like to see it, and I'm going to see if there's a link. If there is, I'll be posting a link on MeWe under Gandy Dancer's Engine House. I have a Blue Sky account. It is Gandy Dancer there. You look up model railroading, you'll find me. It's similar to Twitter. You hashtag model railroads. You'll find a bunch of us on there. Anyway, so it's going to be broadcast statewide. And he had asked me to, I had put together a brand new presentation, because the other one was, I had done that. I did it twice in the same day. It was a general overview of model railroading, and a lot of people enjoyed it. But the next one I did was going to be more on world building. So he said, well, can you do the other one, the first one, and then go? And I said, yeah, we can do the first one again and broadcast it throughout the state. And then later we can do the one I just put together, and we'll do that one. And when I was talking it over with my wife, she said, well, why don't we just combine the two? The initial one I did, it took like 20 minutes, start to finish. And there's questions and everything. And hi, Shop Kitty. Shop Kitty decided to come around. Most of the time now when I'm shooting a video, she's not around. And I have not been able to do anything train-wise in a while. Anyway, so we're going to combine the two and make it roughly a 45-minute presentation, plus questions and answers and whatnot. We're gonna have some fun with it, and I think we can pull that off. So that's kind of where the plan is now. It's taking place now on the 21st of June, and a few days prior to it, the city manager and I are going in and he's going to set up a computer in one room, and I'll be kind of, dress rehearsal in the other room to make sure that what he's seeing is what I'm doing. And then we'll that way we know it's getting out there. And again, I don't know this stuff. They spent a lot of money doing this. And it's not just for me. I'm not that popular, but what it is for people like me who do crafts. What he said is, somebody wants to come in and paint, like the late Bob Ross, right? Want to paint. They can come in, they can do the painting, and people at home all across the state now will be able to follow along. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. So I gladly said, yes, let's do that. That'll be great. And I'm going to try to get a link from him to put out on one of my sites, or even shoot a short video real quick before it happens, so that people, I have 216 of you watch my videos. Thank you very much. I would like more. But if you want to see the presentation live, I hopefully will have a link. If you don't see me posting a video right before the 21st, you'll know I didn't get the link, or it won't be allowed outside the state, or I don't know. But supposedly anybody with internet should be able to have access to it, I would think. We'll see. Anyway, it has been crazy around here. Absolutely nuts. I have not had time to do much of anything model railroad wise. I did finally finish laying the first round of track on my layout, finished wiring it. I have not run a train across it yet. I have not had time. Literally, it has been go, go, go. The plywood that was back here is now gone. It's on the bathroom floor is now all plywood. The bathroom has been put on hold kind of indefinitely because the basement kind of took priority. Where in one of my earlier videos, I pointed out some damage in the basement. Well, that's got to be fixed. So I've been pouring concrete, sealing up cracks with mortar and other things down there. And I have a mess to clean up before I can get back to work down there. So I really haven't had much of a chance to do anything model railroad wise. Hopefully, the Green Pastures Dairy building is still sitting here, looking awful forlorn. I haven't touched it in weeks, and I want to get back to it, but preparing the presentation and house, it may be a while. Right, Shop Kitty? One other thing here is I have a few new things going on here I would like to talk about. They're right here. If Shop Kitty will please remove herself, but she won't. This here, this came in a 5 foot by 7 foot roll, and you look at it. Okay, now it's a little thick for HO. It's definitely a little long for N. And O it is almost, but it's a synthetic grass. The whole roll, 5 by 7, cost me $20, and I cut a piece of this off to go for the presentation. This is for ground cover, right? Modeling on a budget. You can take and clip some of this down a little bit shorter, or if you wanted a field with some cattle grazing in it, or you just forgot to mow your lawn, right? It's whatever it is. It has a rubber back. It's made to be outside, or in an area where it can get wet and whatnot. But I thought, for $20, I have a lot. I have 5 by 7. I'm not going to use all of it. I know that, but it's a good. It's a good way. Matter of fact, I did you can almost see right here. I took some clippers to this and trimmed it down a little bit. So you can trim it down, make it a little closer to whatever scale you want. I found this at a discount surplus place. I don't know. I don't have the name of it handy, what this stuff is called, and there's no. There's only the discount place here is. I can't think of the name right now, but anyway, they're only in this state. So unless you're in Maine, you probably wouldn't be able to find some of these. But if you do happen to come across this, it's good, cheap ground cover. If you're on a budget and you need some ground cover, this would work. I mean, I think it would. You could probably even color it a little bit. It looks kind of like it has some dead grass growing in there. There's few little brown, little darker green. I think it'd work just fine myself. I'll put that over there. And Bruce, Jersey Highlands Bruce, I blame this one on you. I saw this. Bruce was using this. And I said, my God, I got to have one. And this, I did not know about these. I'm still learning stuff. Bruce has been model railroading for years and years. Okay. The guy knows a lot. And he was using one of these to cut balsa wood. I've been doing it freehand, and it's hard to do. Anybody who's tried it, even with a ruler. And this, you set it. I haven't even taken it out of the package yet. You put the number 11 blade in here, and you can see how it's set up there. And then you can move this for the thickness you want and run that right down the balsa wood strip. And you can cut any thickness you want. Bruce was using it to make planks for HO scale. Worked beautifully. And this was, I think, under $15. I ordered one and it came. And again, I have not had a chance to even take it out of the package and try it. So it's here. And I recommend this. After watching Bruce use his, it'll save you a whole lot of headache, really. Best $15 I think I've spent in a while on stuff, and that's going to the presentation as well. The other thing I have here is this is from 1945, so it's post-war to 1969. Locomotive maintenance. It's operating and repair manual for Lionel trains. I've thumbed through it. It has got pretty much every locomotive they have. It's got your transformers, switches, or turnouts. It's got everything on here you can think of. It has wiring diagrams. It has lubrication, where you lubricate your locomotives and whatnot. Even some of the accessories are in here. I've given it a thumb through to kind of check it out. Lamps. This is the 7th edition. The next one I'm going to find, I have only a handful of pre-war Lionel, and the maintenance is probably pretty similar, but I'm going to look for one of these that covers the pre-war years and see if I can't find one. Very good. I forgot exactly what I paid for this. Oh, the back says $24.95, so $25 for this. I got it online. And this is going to come in handy. I've been kind of flying by the seat of my pants when it comes to maintaining the rolling stock and the locomotives. And this covers, breakdowns, everything. Everything's got part numbers, you name it. This has everything in here. Lamps. It is invaluable for model railroading. It has the track contact right here. Now, I'm not using these. You can, but because these are, and it shows here the track contact with a figure. you know, there's a signalman shack you can hook up to your tracks and whatnot. I don't have any of that. I kind of would like some, but that would mean taking up some of my track and soldering new wires, because these older connections, they wear out. Take it from me, I've had a few that I had, and they don't really particularly work real well. They come loose, and you're always messing with them. So it's easier to solder. As a matter of fact, I went through almost 100 feet of wire, putting feeders on my first loop. I haven't even started the passenger loop yet, and I've even redesigned that in my head how I want to do it. So that means I've got to buy another a spool of 100-foot wire, because I think I've got maybe 20 feet left. That's not enough. But you're putting a feeder every 5 to 6 feet, and I've got a pretty good sized loop on the freight one, and I've got a siding or spur that goes down to the industry that may or may not need. I haven't done anything with it yet, because really the only thing that's going to be on there is rolling stock. I don't intend to run locomotives down it too far. It's got some switch setup here, you know, for power. And this is going to come in really handy. I recommend this for Lionel. I really do. If you run O-scale Lionel like I do, this is good. Real handy. The rest of it is what it is. You can see messy desk. This is an old water tower. I don't know if this is Marks or Lionel. I'm assuming it's Lionel, but I got it. It was already broken. I don't know. It's not very detailed. Not sure if I am going to hang on to it or if I'm going to, who knows? I haven't decided yet. It's not exactly one of the most detailed water towers. Again, this was 1950s, right? They were doing this mostly for kids. So it isn't really as detailed as you'd like, but I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. So we'll see what I do with it. I brought it out and kind of just sat it here. So the next book I need for maintenance is for my American Flyer S. I need a way to, the last few times I've tried to take apart the trucks on one of them, I've destroyed them. There's got to be a way to get them apart and put them back together, and I'm not sure what it is. I've watched a couple of videos, and I still don't quite have it down, and I'm kind of scared to try without something I can, you know, use as a reference. So that's the next book I got to find, is American Flyer, 1950s stuff. Anyway, it's a short video here today, not very long. I didn't intend to really even shoot one, but I have a few minutes, and to tell you about the moving of the presentation. So we're going to be combining the two to make a whole new thing for the presentation. So I'm looking forward to that. And again, if I have an access to a link where somebody outside the state can watch it, I will post that for everybody. And also, one last thing before I go. Never wish a veteran a happy Memorial Day. It is not a happy occasion for veterans. It is a solemn, very reflective day for all of us who have served. It is not, you can wish me a happy Christmas, happy New Year, happy 4th of July, happy Thanksgiving. I don't care. But know any veterans, or you bump into a veteran, do not wish them a happy Memorial Day. Please. Thank you very much. That is all for now, and I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, hit the like button. Subscribe, please. The more the merrier. I hope to gain a few more subscribers. I would like to branch out and do a few other things and get some more people involved. We'll see how it goes over the next few months. But that's it for now. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.